This girl married a wild tribe warrior from Africa. Their tragic love tale came to an end. A young, rich Swiss businesswoman visited Kenya 36 years ago on a holiday and fell in love with a Samburu warrior for the sake of love. She gave up all and settled into a hut in the thick bush. But regrettably, their love story came to an end. What prevented them from being together? What does their daughter, who is 35 years old, look like now? Corinne Hoffman was a typical young woman from Europe. She was reared in Switzerland and led a prosperous life. At age 21, Corinne launched her own clothing company. She became a successful entrepreneur and lived in every kind of luxury. The girl had a bright career ahead of her, and she was incredibly gorgeous and wealthy. Corinne dated Marco for over 2 years. He was a handsome and well-off man who was in her social group. They could get married and be happy. However, such a life seemed so boring to the girl. She was thinking of adventures in wanderlust. The couple visited Kenya on a trip in 1986. At the time, Corinne was 26 years old. They learned a lot about Kenyan culture and had a terrific time. One day they happened to run upon Samburu warriors by accident. Kitinga, a warrior, was one of them. He was the most handsome, tallest, and strongest. Corinne thought about him for a long time before falling in love. It seemed a little ridiculous. What could they possibly have in common? Their origins were distinct universes. She's an affluent girl, accustomed to being consoled. The girl took the choice to break her relationship with her boyfriend and sell her Swiss business. She went in search of Kitinga and expressed her feelings to him. The attractive stranger captivated the African, and they ended up spending the night together. However, he could not have imagined that this girl would become his wife. She was too odd and strange for him. Moreover, he had no idea how important it was for her parents to know who her parents were in Africa. Corinne, however, was able to win him over and persuade him to be married. They got officially married after celebrating the ceremony in line with Samburu traditions. Corinne Hoffman moved in with the tribe in Kenya's untamed forests ever since. She had to forfeit all of civilization's benefits. She and her husband lived together in a little dung-built cottage. There was no sewage system, running water, or power far from the town. In a secluded part of the wild bush, she had to wash herself with a bucket. Both food and medication were in short supply. By gathering wood and water, she became proficient in the Samburu way of life. The girl's primary ailment was malaria, but she made it through. But above all, there was love. Corinne was ready to take on any challenge for her beloved man. But the worst of the hassles were not home-based. After being married, the couple got into a disagreement straight immediately. Kitinga generated scandals. Even when his wife grinned at other men, he was jealous of her. They were raised in disparate cultures, therefore they were unable to communicate with one another. The African warrior is used to having males lead the household. He was thus irritated when Corinne built a tiny store in the hamlet to sell necessities and handled all of the operations alone. They remained together for 4 years despite everything. They had a daughter together in this marriage. With every passing day, Corinne found it harder and harder to adjust to life in the African tribe. She learned that the Samburu performed female circumcision, a cruel ritual in which the genitalia of young girls are amputated. Every modern country expressly forbids this awful behavior. Although Kitinga believed their daughter should participate in this event, Corinne was passionately against it. In compliance with tribe laws, she was also obligated to serve her daughter as a servant to her husband's mother. Kitinga could potentially have several marriages and a big family. Corinne could take no more of it. Kitinga's jealousy caused her to give her more and more controversies. Even once asserted, possibly as a result of his IRB addiction, that their daughter was the child of another guy. A woman found it more and more difficult to put up with such a life. She was sick of being accused. She so decided one day to take her daughter and depart from the tribe. Corinne returned to Switzerland and lived her former life in her 1998 book, The White Maasai. She talked about her interactions with the tribe. 30 more languages have been translated into the bestseller since its original publication. Over 4 million copies have been sold worldwide. Additionally, the autobiography was made into a hit film of the same name. The writer went on to publish a great deal more and accumulated a large fortune. Neighboring Hoffman, Corinne Hoffman's 35-year-old daughter is today 63 years old. Very little is known about the girl's life. Despite her stunning beauty, all we know is that she went to college, was raised in Switzerland, and only visited her father's tribe when she was 20. If Corinne took a trip or met her father before she reached the age of majority, she feared that her daughter's father would ban her from coming back. Despite past tensions, everyone was happy to see each other again. Corinne supported her ex-husband and his family financially for a long time. However, she could not return to him as she realized that they were too different to be together. We didn't joke when we say it had a tragic ending. It indeed did, and all of us saw what happened. What do you feel about this one? Absolutely crazy, right?